Hello, Wasatch Kids. On this video, I will show you the proper way to make snowflake cutouts. Okay, so you probably has done that before. Okay, something like these. Okay, all right. So first you need a white square paper like that. Okay. Now, if you don't have square paper, you can use just a good old copy paper. This one, I'm just using the scrap paper. Okay, it doesn't matter if it has some writings or picture on the back. Okay, and you fold it, the rectangle paper like this. Okay, and you get rid of the unwanted, the extra part. Just cut along that, and then you end up with a square paper like this. Okay, now when you make the white paper, square paper is available. First, you fold that into a triangle. Okay, and then fold it again to make a smaller triangle. Okay, and open up that step, and from that center, the bottom of that triangle, you try to fold the left and the right wings, into 1/3. So for this, you will have to kind of guess it. Okay, so fold it kind of loose and adjust, move it around, and when you think it's exactly 1/3, go ahead and press it. Okay, like that. And here is the piece that shows the mathematic concept of it. Okay, so the straight line is 180 degrees. So you divide that into 3 portions, so each portion is 60 degrees. Okay, so here is 60, 60, 60 degrees. Okay, and then you make it exactly 1/3. Now, if you are perfectionist and if you have a protractor, the tool that measures the angle, go ahead, mark it and make it perfect. But you don't have to. Okay. All right. So when that's folded like this, you fold the whole thing into half. Okay, like that. Oops. Okay. Now, when I folded it, now on this one, it does not show the straight cut line. So if you end up having these sides shown, I will advise you to fold it on the other side. One of those 2 sides will have this straight line going across. See the difference? Okay, so find this side right there, and then that's where you cut it. Okay, so above this line, the layers you have less layers, but under these lines you have all 6 layers. So I'm just gonna cut it right here. Okay, and then the fun starts. Now at this point I'm going to show you other options. So here's a coffee filter. Okay, you can use a coffee filter or just any white paper that's cut round. You can use like a plate to trace the circle and then cut it. Okay? Now, if your family, if you guys don't drink coffee, maybe you don't have a coffee filter, so you don't have to use this. But let me just show you quickly how this would work. Okay, so you do exactly the same thing. You fold that into half, and again half. Okay, and open it up, and then you try to fold it into 1/3 like this. Just doing exactly the same thing. Okay, and then fold the whole thing into half, and here it is. Just the same thing. The difference is that because this, if you start with a round paper, you don't have to get rid of this extra paper that was sticking out. So that's the only difference. Okay? All right, so let me show you how to make designs. Okay, there are two ways. Okay, this is the first way. The black sharpied part is where you are going to cut and get rid of. Okay, so if you get rid of the center portion of it, you will end up with a snowflakes that looks like this. Okay, and so here's another one. Okay, now this one I'm going to get rid of the edges. I start cutting from the sides of this pointy triangle and leave the center part. And if you do that, your snowflakes will end up looking like this. Okay, so this or this, whichever you like, or you can even try both. Okay, now see, that one has a hole in the middle. If you want that tiny hole in the middle, you just cut the very end, just a tiny bit. Okay, don't cut it right up there. You're going to end up with a donut shape. Okay, so if you need to, just cut it really, really small like that. Okay, all right. So that's how you make the good snowflake patterns.